So, there were some exciting JRPG announcements this summer at Summer Game Fest, Xbox Showcase, and elsewhere, so I decided to put a list together that highlights the biggest announcements in one place. These are Japanese RPGs, action, turn-based, tactics genre, and all of those, so let's get right to it and not waste any time. One of the biggest surprise announcements from the showcases was that Game Freak, the company that has made the Pokemon games since Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, are working on something new. It's called Beast of Reincarnation, and to do this, they've teamed up with a brand new publisher, founded in 2025, so that's how new they are, called Fictions. They're only publishing 2 games right now, this one, and there's a Mario Party style game called Lego Party. Beast of Reincarnation is an action RPG set in post-apocalyptic Japan, and you as the protagonist, Emma, are here to save humanity with your pet dog, Ku. It plays out like a fast-paced Souls game with the characters hopping around, slashing through their enemies. The biggest surprise is just how graphically intense this game is, especially because the Pokemon series is notorious for being behind the curve in terms of graphical fidelity. But in theory, they should have something like infinite money to make a AAA game, so maybe this is the breakout that we always hope to see from them, minus the Pokemon. It's set to release in 2026 on PS5, Xbox, and PC. No mention of the Switch 2 yet. Persona 4 Revival is a remake of Persona 4. That doesn't come as a surprise to people that watched my earlier video on the leaked mention by voice actor Yuri Lowenthal, but it is a welcome official announcement. Unfortunately, we don't know much more than the fact that it is coming out. They released a teaser that does very little other than set up for what it might look like, which means it could be a while. It looks good, but I'd expect more news on that next year. Stranger Than Heaven isn't technically a world premiere announcement because they announced it but without a name before, but the name is new and the game looks great, so I wanted to highlight it here. It takes place in the early 1900s, with both 1915 and 1943 shown as dates that you'll play through in the game. It isn't completely clear if it connects directly to Yakuza Like a Dragon, that series that the developer is known so well for, but there are hints in the trailer that it could be. From the little we've seen, you appear to be a detective investigating something that happened during that time, and this has all of the intense action, drama, and choices that we love that series for, so I'm looking forward to it. No date on that one yet, but I expect it to come to console and PC markets late in 2026 or early 2027. A big announcement was the remaster of Final Fantasy Tactics called the Evilus Chronicles. It is a remaster, so that means no big sweeping changes, just quality of life changes, higher resolutions, and some small graphical upgrades, but that's what many people want, so this will make Final Fantasy Tactics available on a modern console for the first time since 2007 when the War of the Lions port released for the PSP. It will also use the new updated script from that version, so it releases on September 30th, 2025 for all modern consoles and PC. Nioh 3 is exactly what you would expect for a sequel to Nioh 2. No huge surprises with how well the series is done, but it does look like the areas will be a bit more open than the previous game, so you've got the series staples, fast-flowing action, huge and wild-looking bosses, different stances to switch through in combat, but the one big difference is being able to style switch from ninja to samurai. So those will be very different styles with very different movesets that you can swap between. Anyone that enjoyed the previous games will almost certainly enjoy this one as well. It has been announced for PS5 and PC so far. Code Vein 2 was announced by Bandai Namco in all its anime Souls glory, and it looks to be a bigger, better version of the first game with maybe the addition of a motorcycle? Or maybe that was just part of a cutscene. I really can't say for sure. What I can say is that they've doubled down on the spectacle of it all, and I'm here for that. There are a lot of things that people pointed out as potential improvements that they could do to the first game, and now that the sequel is here, I'm excited to see how they implement that feedback. So it releases in 2026 on PS5, Xbox, and Steam. This last announcement may come as a bit of a disappointment, you'll see why in a second, tinged with a bit of excitement, as Bandai Namco also announced a new Tales remaster. But all they did was announce that it would be announced this summer. So there's a ton of speculation about what it could possibly be, with many people pointing towards Tales of the Abyss and Tales of Xillia. I personally would prefer Xillia because I never played it, and it's trapped on PS3, whereas Tales of the Abyss has multiple different versions. Plus, for Xillia, this could possibly make them want to do a bundle sort of thing with both games. So that's 2 games instead of just 1. If we had dream choices, I would tell them to do a full remake from the ground up of Tales of Fantasia, or bring one of the untranslated games like Tales of Destiny 2 from the PS2, or Tales of Rebirth. But unfortunately, that's probably only possible in Fantasyland. So that is all the big announcements that I decided to highlight here. Do you have any other announcements you were excited to see? Let me know in the comments. I do videos on JRPGs, Western RPGs, and story-based games, so for more of that, subscribe. Thanks for watching.